Well, I need to do a second part of the video. I normally cut off anyway in different parts. The phone does automatically, but I ran out of memory, so I have to stop on do this second video. It's for the week of what week was that? Well, today is, I don't even know the day today. Is this the 20th? I think it's the 20th. Is it? I think it's the 20th. So it must be the week of the 15th of November 2020. But it will be a second part at least. Maybe it's 4 videos, sometimes it's split in 4 videos and some videos of 2 minutes, the last video, but it will be a second part. And what I was saying is that anarchism is something that I don't know if it's feasible. I don't know. But the way I see it is very difficult. It's very difficult because for what I understand, and maybe I understand this wrong, and anarchism for me is just to break any rules, but you need rules really, and and there is some people when I say that they become really offended, and they say, well, why you just say when you're, well, that's what I live all my life with rules, so I can't imagine a life without rules. So I'm sorry, there is a way to live with no rules, and I'm just an ignorant because I can't see a way to live a life with no rules, and idealistically, yeah, but in the practice, I don't know, and I just imagine the worst case scenarios, the people going try to make their own before a legal frame, it was the system was the strongest law. That's how we call it in my original language. The law of the strongest, so that's just in violence, basically. It will be the most violent people, will be the ones in power, the ones that will get things with force, So that's what I see there will be what happened, So for me, when I attack capitalism and people get very offended because they don't see the what could happen, and what is happening now, really, still some people don't see it, but because I always get to the worst case scenario, what could happen, with anarchism is exactly the same, and it's supposed to be from the left side. And the video I say, I don't want to say the name. He said another thing that it for me showed that I don't think it's trustworthy, because even though he have a lot of details, which is good, but you don't know, you get to the point where you don't really know what's true or what is not. So for me, it's not trustworthy then. It doesn't matter. The guy can have a lot of details because I don't know what's true or not. And he say liberals are from the left side, and it's like, as far as I know, no. And if you talk with any liberal, they will say they are from the right side because they are in favor of capitalism, and capitalism is in the right side. So, but then again, anarchy, in the same way I don't understand anarchism being feasible in practice. In this video, the way they talk about liberalism is another. They don't talk about anarchism because they propose from this side of legal frame, legal framework. At some point, there is this incoherence exposed between the two sides, and they say, and the guy that support of anarchism, he say, oh no, it will be a government, it will be a leadership. Well, then it's not what I understand of anarchism. But if you think liberalism is the opposite of anarchism, then you think as well that is no it shouldn't be rules, and I think some people really believe that. But the problem is, when they think about that, like in capitalism, like there is no like free market, no rules in free market, and then they see them as a capitalistic, in this case as a liberal, and it's like, well, okay, you say free market, but then if you get to the extreme, there is no rules at all, then things are very different than the way they are now with capital, or the way they were years ago with capitalism, or the introduction of capitalism. Things will change a lot, because the way in capitalism is introduced is normally in a legal framework, but the way you are saying no rules in free market is you take the rules, that will be something completely different, something that is developing, what is developing now, but then they want always, everyone that say no rules, at some point they admit it should be some rules. So I don't know if liberals see themselves as anarchists, like that guy that he say he was an anarchist. No, I'm sorry, anarchist is related to left side. So you are not an anarchist. If you are liberal, as you say you are, then you are in the extreme right. And is you going very far, then you may be on the fascist side then, Is you are to the point of liberalism, to the point that you are becoming detrimental of difference in gender and religion, then you are fascist, really, And it's funny because I did say that last week, in this argument about this video of liberalism versus anarchism, it says destiny and non-competent debate by Faraday Speaks. He say that. He say about the fascism, is being in the ultra-right, extreme right. And yeah, I mean, that's what I understand, to be honest. Is you start using anti-progressive human rights, anti-equality human rights, you are a fascist. You are not anymore capitalism, You can be capitalist like... Obama said he's capitalist, but then he believes in social politics, which is being a bit mixed up. And maybe it's true. I'm not saying it's not true. But I think the explanation is not very clear, to be honest. And I think in this way, the explanation is not very clear. Either you are that far right when you start discrediting a group of people because of their gender, of their religion, or any personal traits or aspects, and then you are becoming a fascist, really. So that's the two videos. So my point in this video, what was, I'm not entirely sure. I think the video, what I'm trying to say, why I start this video is because I watched that video that I don't want to mention the title, and I thought it was unfair that someone think that everything good in history is for the liberals and so everything bad is from other parties, and particularly parties that are nowadays, maybe no in the origins, but nowadays they are in the left side, because that's criticize the left side and make it very confusing for the people that want to understand what is the left side. And no, liberals are not in the left side as he believes he is, and he believes he's anarchist. Liberalism are no anarchists because they are no... one of the aspects, and I say that is important to differentiate right and left, and it's not only that left are progressives and right side are more conservative. Also, because for me, left side is about commonwealth, and right side is about private wealth. So so for me there is different aspects, and that is for being on the right side and left side, and that's why I'm so clear on what I'm in the left side, because for me it's much positive, but still people don't see it. But I wonder sometimes they don't see it because they don't want to see it, and I don't understand why, or simply because there is so much confusion that they can't see the difference, Maybe, I don't know. So the purpose in here is to understand that left side and right side, even though they say the difference is progress or conservative, I will say that progress and conservative have been leading in the field in the last decades at least into more equality and human rights, or less equalities in the left side, in the right side. And I think that's important that someone mentioned it, because if you only focus on the progress ideas and conservative ideas, but you don't see that in practice what it means, then it will never understand what is one and what is another one. And you can say, oh, we want this or we want to get this, but what happens is the last decades the left side have been progressive about human rights equalities, and right side have been ignoring that equalities, social equalities, and have benefit only private and selective groups of society, or private wealth. At the cost of anything, at the cost of inequalities, at the cost of human rights. It have only focused on the lucrative I don't want to say elitistic, but that's the only word that I'm coming with, really. But I don't think it's elitistic in the sense that they are from the foundations, they want to get that, but that's what's happening. And it's just, even though maybe the ideals are not elitistic, the development of the system, it ends in it favors the power, the reduced power. That's exactly what I want to say, because I don't want to use the word elitistic, because the word elitistic, it will make very clear to what group is the goal. No, I don't think originally they have a specific group of people that are meant to benefit, but it meant to benefit definitely the wealth in reduced hands. That's what happened. Okay, I don't think it's discriminating people per se originally, but it's discriminating how much people, and maybe that's not the idea of people supporting, but that's the system. That's what the system promotes. That what happened the last few decades. I don't care what happened in the regions of the system, of the parties, but that's what's happening now. And between the left side and the right side. And I think that's the purpose of the video, to make clear that liberals cannot, say that they are absolutely perfect. They are far from perfect, in my opinion, and definitely there is a lot of things that they have to improve, a lot of things. Definitely to use lies to say that how good they are, that's something that they have to change, because I don't think there is any justification for saying lies to to gain the support of others by just lying deliberately to manipulate the opinion and create confusion, yeah, everything. As you can see, this week have been a lot of confusion. It can be a lot self defense, in a way, because when you see someone attacking in such a hateful way, using so many insults and words that are really insults, and I don't want to repeat the kind of words, but they are words that are really insults, when someone is using insults to discriminate your beliefs, it's very harmful, but especially when someone is using things that are not true, it's even worse, because then how you can defend yourself, So, yes, it have been very intense, not the most positive week in terms of belief, in politics. And that's what I came with, this video that is a bit chaotic. It's a bit mess, I suppose, but I hope something is clear, is that, liberals are from the right side. I'm sorry. If someone still believe they are from the right side, no, stop saying that. Don't say it again, because liberals are not from the left side. I don't know if the originals were from the left side. They are not now in the left side. They are far on the right, ultra right, on the far right. Okay. So if you are in liberals because you think you are in the left side, change it now. You are not in the left side, you are in the right side and far right. And so I think I have defense what I believe for. I hope I make something a bit more clear, even if it's just for myself. But also I want to mention this video that not everything have been bad this week. It have been videos that I have laughed a lot, and I want to mention these videos because I think I will recommend to everyone. I've been laughing a lot, and I think, and sometimes they don't criticize one party, they criticize every party, every political person, and so please just be open to criticism. They have been criticized politics that I was supporting to an extent, but politics that are on the side of politics that I believe to, even I don't know about this politics in particular, but they are on the side of politics that I believe to, and they've been criticizing these videos as well. And the name is, I don't know how much I have in memory, so I don't want to stand it too much and be left with no time. The name, and it's very popular. It's just there is people like Jim Carrey, doing the videos, and so it's really, really popular. John Carrey is John Biden in these videos, and honestly I think they are hilarious, and sometimes, as I say, they criticize everything. For me, obviously they criticize more Donald Trump for obvious reasons, in my opinion, but they criticize John Biden, and he's supposed to be on the side of the politics that I believe. Whether I don't, as I say, and I say that last week, I don't know the gentleman, so I'm not gonna I don't gonna speak about John Biden in particular, but or Democratic Party by that means, because this is a capital party, as Barack Obama said once, then it's not in the side that I believe. But if they promote, and they always promote this in the election, in the elections campaign, they always mention public services. So public service is socialist. I'm sorry to tell you. So you are promoting social services as socialism. Huh? But if you're capitalistic, then you are not on the side of the politics, I believe. Oh, but that's fine. That's fine. Everyone is free to believe in whatever. I just clarify and just clarify. And what I was going to say. Yeah, the program, the videos that I watch with Jim Carrey. The program is called Saturday Nightlife.